like I get that, but like, just start recording. Fuck. Like
Welcome, Spotify listeners.
welcome Spotify listeners. We talked about iCarly. That's the only important thing that happened. Yeah, it doesn't bode well because like where's like what's the end goal? Smash like historically doesn't have any money. So it just feels like it's gonna be doomed to not go well.
Yeah. And then, I don't know. I can't imagine it lasting,
Yeah.
which is the main concern. But, we'll see. I guess moving on.
Want to do Edge Guardians?
Edge Guardians was technically first chronologically in the tournaments in the Springfield area this week, so we can go over the 7K team and doubles.
Yeah, I was pissing my pants because I've been wanting to play with players that are like a lot better than me because it's easier for me to learn if I'm playing with people that are like a lot better. And so Seven was like, "Yeah, we'll double," and that seemed cool at the time. And then like when we got there, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like Seven does well. So if we don't do well, it's definitely fucking because of me.
I mean, my last teammate was the legendary Kyoto Hawk,
Who was a fucking badass, and y'all played really fucking well. And so this thing that I was super excited about that I wanted really bad. Once we got there, I was like, "Oh, actually, I don't."
Oh, that's true.
Oh, it was that. Yeah. Actually, maybe I don't want to play ever again. And we were seeded to fight Lum and Galaxy, both people who I've never won against. And I was like, "Hey, Seven. I'm a little nervous," and someone was like, "Dude, it's fine." I was like, okay. But we 2-0'd them, and that felt really good. And I feel like I played well. And then we fought, Indecisive and MD, which didn't feel that bad.
It was honestly pretty doable.
Yeah, I think I told MD if I clutched that 1v1 at the very end, I think we would have won this set. I feel confident that we could have won the next game.
I agree with you, actually. Yeah.
But we lost that. I couldn't clutch the 1v1 against MD, number one player in our scene. So whatevs. And then who do we fight next?
We lost in losers to Vayne and Nine.
No, I thought it was Rengoku. No, wait.
Well, Rengoku's new tag is 9.
Is that really his new tag?
Yes.
Is it because of you?
Yeah.
That's very funny. He should be charging you some sort of. You should be charging him some sort of fee.
Fun fact. That's the second person with a tag based on mine. So.
Damn, Seven the Innovator, the number guy.
What can I say? Not in Springfield, but in Central Arkansas.
That's fucking funny.
Someone has a 7 at the end of their tag, and they said it was because of me.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah, which is really funny.
That's really funny. So he's 9 now. That's lit. All right. Yeah, we fought. They played Donkey Kong and Ganondorf.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, this was an extremely winnable set.
Yeah.
It was my fault too. It wasn't even your fault.
Which I was so thankful that at least it wasn't I'm fine. We lost and you were like, "Oh, I kept dying early," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
100%.
Dude, honestly, I feel like realistically, I should have just switched to Ridley and just killed them at 0 over and over again.
I just realized you have a heavy.
Yeah. I wouldn't have got Ridley is way better in doubles too, because generally all the characters with a disadvantage that's bad are just better in doubles because your teammate can help you, which doesn't happen in singles. So plus Ridley, he can't get edge guarded very well because the up B is just massive.
Yeah.
It hits them if they try.
That would have been such a good pick. Yeah, especially since they're both
I can edge guard them. I can just run it. We would have just won. But you know what? Next time.
Yeah, next time. Yeah, we'll run it back for sure. So that was super cool, and honestly, the most fun I had at the tournament because I didn't. Yeah, because my tournament run there wasn't that great. But how was your run? You played well.
Yeah, no, I got 5th. It was pretty decent. I barely lost to Isaiah in my pool. It was game 3 last stock.
Did you play Pac-Man the whole time?
Yeah, that Kazuya would have got washed.
Yeah.
But
I zeroed to death as Kazuya in friendlies, and I was like, "Oh damn."
Yeah, but he beat me. It was both of the sets we've played have been Game 3, like, super close.
Wow.
So, I'm a little salty I couldn't clutch up either, but...
Is he ranked in his city?
No,
Damn.
I don't think so.
Damn, on the come up.
It's KC, though. Okay, slightly off topic, but I was talking to Cam today, and he's like, yeah, dude, like, there's no way a Roy player could be number 1 in KC. And I was like, what about Goblin? And he's like, no. I was like, okay, maybe. But I was like, what about Cola? And he's like, nah, Cola wouldn't be number 1 in KC either. Okay. But I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Don't know about that one.
Because we were talking about, there's these people replying to Rister Mice's tweet. He's like a KC content creator.
Yeah. And I follow his stuff.
Yeah, but they were replying being like, yeah, like Min Min just isn't good in my local scene. Like too many bad matchups. And I was just like, bro, like Major, the Ganondorf main from like the Northwest would literally be number 1 in your region, man. Like if you're saying your region is too hard for Min Min, like you need to get
play
better.
A different game.
And then I was saying like, dude, Major would definitely be number 1 in like Arkansas if he moved there.
I believe that.
And so I was like, saying that you can't do it with Min Min is just an insane take, I think.
Truly, with Min Min,
yeah.
no, fuck out of here. Who ended up? It was what? Indecisive and Buddha Bam at the end.
It was Indecisive and Isaiah in grand finals.
And then Indecisive won.
Oh, yeah. Continuing my run briefly.
Oh yeah.
I made it out of pools. Then I played Caspian and lost.
Yeah.
Caspian's the GOAT, though, so I was fine with that.
They played Falco, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good set. Then I wanted to go Samus really badly.
Which I don't understand.
Well, no, because he plays DK, and I was like, whenever I see someone like that, like I played against CAC at this one tournament, I went DK against him, and I was like, wow, that was like the easiest set I've ever played.
You went Samus against his DK?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's way easier than Roy. So, like, I wanted to play Samus against Vayne really bad, but he went Mewtwo. And then he was like, if you go Samus, like, I'm going... And we could have done blind pick, but I was like, if you go Mewtwo, I'll go Roy. And he's like, okay. So we did that. I won. And then I stayed Roy. And then he counterpicked DK. So I ended up just playing Roy against his DK anyway. But
what was the set count?
It was 2-0 me. And then...
Light work, no reaction.
I don't even know who else I played. I played MD in one. I played...
You played MD?
Yeah, in losers. But they went...
Falco, right?
No, they went Luigi and King DDD in spite of me.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
I'm just playing a different game.
So I won, but, it counts for the PR.
Yeah, taking the number of the number 1, yeah. I want someone to donate me a fucking set.
For real.
I'll pay MD.
I really thought Indecisive was going to do it since we've been having Diddy Kong Samus Grand Finals, but we'll get to that at Neutral Heat.
That's funny.
And I ended up losing to Buddha Bam. I got 3-0'd, which was unfortunate, but...
It happens.
Yeah, and neither of us are going to Contagion. I think Asita asked that earlier.
Yeah, no, neither of us are going.
I was thinking about it, but then, I destroyed my car, and I need money, which they did say they could help me, but it's just a lot at the moment. And I'm actually going to look at a car tomorrow in Arkansas, so I won't be able to go.
Is the next tournament we're both going to that one that... I know I keep forgetting what it's called, but the one that Spargo is going to be at. Is that our next tournament?
Rewired Fest.
That's in like the first week in August, right?
No, it's October 6th.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the first.
I'm going to a tournament in August. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I want to go to more. The next thing I can go to, I'll go to. I just need to find out.
I go to almost like every single regional. So if there's like a big tournament in Missouri or Central Arkansas or Northwest Arkansas, I'll almost always be there unless it's this weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to start doing that. They're fun. I've only done a few, but they've been so much fun.
Contender, you want to briefly touch on your run?
Yeah. So that was super cool. I was seated 4th in my pool, and the first guy I fought, I feel bad for him because I inputted a taunt by accident.
Oh, that's tragic.
And I don't think he knew, because later on he taunted in the game, and I thought it was like as a joke, but then like as we were playing, I don't think he realized. I think it was serious. But anyway, I 3-stocked him in the first game. He played Sonic, and I 3-stocked him. And then in the next game, he switched to Green Ninja, which some Pit players think is Pit's worst matchup, which was interesting. But I won, ended with the spike, was feeling good. Then I fought somebody else, and I think I won. And then I fought Vayne, and if you know the lore, Vayne beat me the last time. He shouldn't have. I just, like, side B'd at the very end because I got, like, super impatient. So I decided not to do that. He went his Mewtwo. He fucking, like, 0-to-death me. But I clutched it up, came back, won that game. He won game 2. And then I just, like, clutched it out and stayed, like, super patient and won game 3. That felt really good because I should have won the last set, and I don't think I should be losing to him. And so I didn't, and I won. So that felt great. What's his face? BPM. He goes by a different tag, but I don't fucking know the tag. So BPM.
Yeah.
He played Sonic. I 2-0'd him. And then the only person that I lost to was Buddha Bam, who was number 1 in the pool, which was awesome. So I went 5-1 and got my first top cut, which was super cool. But then I got top cut winner side, which was also super cool. So that's the first time I've ever done
Everyone drop a pog in the chat.
Hell yeah, drop the pogs. Yeah. So that was super cool. I'd been working with MD for a bit, and a new coach as well. And just like understanding patience, I think it's been a really, really big deal for me. So that was cool. I'm glad I got the result, but it was also fun to just like play super well. My round 1 out of pools was indecisive. And he rocked my shit with Diddy Kong. It was a learning experience in the sense that I learned how to get the shit kicked out of me, so that was fun. And then I went down to losers to fight Dry, and I'm used to best of 3s because I'm a little baby bitch loser who never makes it out. And so I lost the first 2 games, and I thought it was over. And Dry was like, "Nah, dude, it's best of 3." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And so I won the 3rd game. I switched to Dark Pit, won the 3rd game, won the 4th game. And then the 5th game was like last hit, last stock, which was super cool. And I felt really good about that. And so I got out at, I think, 9th with the contender. And that's really cool because I want a top 8 contender. Neutral B's cool or whatever, but top 8 and contender is the goal. So I just hope to continue to just like play well. I'm having a lot of fun being able to play players that are really good. That's what I'm enjoying lately is just like fighting people that are really good. And there's a lot of good players. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was fun. Contender was great.
Yeah, and I remember Grands was indecisive Buddha Bam, but Buddha Bam won in winners finals against the Diddy Kong. But
oh wow,
yeah, indecisive did end up resetting the bracket and winning.
As Snake?
No,
as Diddy?
As all Diddy Kong.
Damn, that boy Diddy clean.
Indecisive continues the run of not losing contenders. He is present at. The last one he lost might have been to Death Spade at Contender 100.
That's fucking
the game.
Wild.
I think it was Game 10 Grand Finals. It was Game 5 of a reset, I'm pretty sure.
That's fucking wild.
And then we had Neutral B on Thursday.
Yeah.
Not too much to say that I can think of.
Chewy Face beat Zephyr.
Oh, Chewy Face kind of went on a run.
Yeah, he got 3rd, right? I'm pretty sure he got 3rd.
Yeah, he did get 3rd, because I beat him in winners, and then in losers, he beat, like, Kakenstein.
Zafty.
And he beat Buddha Bam in winners.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, Chewy went on a run. It's funny, I sat down to play him. I sat down to play him in losers finals, and he was like, and I chose Ike, and he was like, "Oh, man, like, are you throwing the set?" And I was like, I looked at him, and I was like, well, we'll see. And then I just 3-0'd him with Ike.
Damn. Yeah.
But it was funny because he's like, why are you throwing, dog?
He's like, fight me
and
for real.
And I was like, oh, I am, huh?
That's like, I'm fighting you for real. That's lit. Yeah, I was looking at the bracket. He fucking chewed people up.
I need to call out Indecisive because we keep going Game 5, Diddy Kong and Samus the past, like, 2 weeks. Or maybe even 3-ish at Neutral B. Because I would rather play Samus against Diddy Kong than Roy. And so if he's going to play Diddy Kong, like, well, I might as well practice the Samus some more, you know? And we keep going Game 5, and he keeps switching to Snake and counterpicking me Game 5. So I need to win Game 3, so yes. I get to counterpick him Game 5.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, Buddha Bam played Fox that tournament. That's like a notable thing, and did fairly well. That's the Spencer Diddy, man. That shit's funny. I hate that you go Samus. I didn't know that you had a Samus era, and like we're friends and we'll continue to be
for
friends.
For a while, I didn't. For like a few months, I haven't even played Samus until like a month ago, and I was like, man, I'm kind of enjoying this again.
That hurts to hear. Are you like a Metroid fan?
Yeah, that's why I made Ridley for 2 years because I was always like, bro, if they add Ridley to Smash, like I have to main him.
Yeah.
And I paid my. I did my time.
Yeah, 2 years is definitely 2 years fucking paying your Ridley, time. Yeah, so, Jesus, dude. Star GG still says you're a Ridley main.
Yeah.
and likely will always say that.
It probably will always say that. Yeah, which is it's pretty funny. But yeah. No, what the chat is right, honestly. Like everything said is right.
That's lit. I vibe. I think that's it for locals. Mm-hmm. Is it time for the main event?
I think it is.
Right?
I wanted a little bit of suspense there, you know? Like,
great. I want to preface this as, like, don't be fucking annoying about this, right? Like, this is supposed to be fun. Maybe that was a bit aggressive. Well, fuck it. Like, this is for fun. Like, but we're gonna be, like, truthful, and I'm excited to, like, debate and talk about, like, why certain people are certain places and stuff, and where everybody is and stuff. But like this is for fun, but also like I think it'll be good because I also feel as if though like people sometimes struggle to see objectively where they sit at places, you know? So I think it'll be fun to like really like kind of isolate things and like look at things and talk about head to heads and like how long people have been playing and shit like that. I think that'll be super super fun.
No, I agree. I'm excited. So we're going to start, the plan is we're going to start with Mr. White's, and we're going to, when we've gone through his, set our piece, I'll go over mine. Probably won't take quite as long since we've already discussed a lot of the people at that point. And then we might, like, quickly make, like, a combined, if I have to give in anything, we'll move it around.
Fuck off. Yeah, I want to be able to do a combined one at the end because I don't know these people as much, but I think even though I don't know the people as much, I think I bring a unique perspective because I'm seeing people as they are now.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, this is how they've been. It's like, well, how are you looking now? So for my S tier, this is perfect.
They can't see it yet. Hold on.
Good.
I'm still adjusting.
Oh, this is going to be great because I'll be able to see chat as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hell okay.
Yo.
Oh, there it is.
Here, I can actually hide the chat here since they can see it on the screen there.
Comet is getting so grumpy when I stop pinking her for a second.
Okay. So, this should look good. So... Yes, so starting off with your S tier. Also, how ordered is yours? That's kind of important.
It's ordered. Like, what's it called? It's ordered based in, like, good, like, who is, this person's better than this person. And I took a lot of times. I edited my fucking tier list, like, 40 times. 7, I think, how many times did you edit yours? Yours was, like, super easy, right?
I didn't edit mine once.
I edited mine maybe 40.
Oh, whoops.
Don't do that.
They didn't see it.
I edit. Oh, Zefty's upset? I hope not. All right, so this is my beginning. Oh, what is it? Just frank on how likely they are to say slurs. So 7 at the top. No. So this is pretty uncontroversial. I got MD at the top. I've been playing against him recently. And yeah, I feel he's very good. Indecisive, close second. The next 3 were really hard for me because I feel like Zefty, especially recently, has been doing really, really well out of region. But 7 consistently like rocks everybody's shit at neutral B. And Buddha Bam just always does well all the time. So I kind of ranked it. I kind of put Zefty in the beginning because I'm thinking about like Skittle Slayer, and just like recent regional results. So that's why he's a little higher than 7. And then 7 being above Buddha Bam just because in the neutral B, 7 is consistently like grand finals or second, or like grand finals or third, like every single time. And then Buddha Bam, yeah. I mean, like the S tier is pretty like that's pretty.
So
standard.
I'll try and I was thinking like, how do I, I'm gonna react to this, and I was like, oh, well, I would do this here, but I'm not gonna say those things because you'll just see it later. So I'll just try and
save your load.
3 minutes of silence, not responding.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll not respond. Great. So that's my first. That's my S tier. And you'll save your not save your load, but save your. So my A tier is really long. This took me my first A tier is really difficult, but I think it's right. So I think Foxy Grandpa at the very top. I think Pac-Man is a matchup that if you don't know how to play the matchup, you're gonna fucking struggle. So I think he goes at the top. He's got when he goes to regionals, it's usually like 13th or 17th. And then, especially in Contender, he's been getting like third every single time. So I think that's that. I have Toxic Noah really fucking high, but I'm not gonna back down because I think that Toxic Noah, can just beat everybody, and I've seen him beat everybody on the list. And if he went to he doesn't go to regionals and shit, but I think if he did go to regionals, he would do well. Mm-hmm. So I think Toxic Noah is supposed to be there. Dr. Kakenstein, Bowser Jr. is a weird matchup. He plays well. Saba got fucking second at the I think the last one he did Monday, like one of the contenders. I think he's really good. Payday, really, really good. Dry used to be on the PR, has been on the PR before. And the BPM Kyrie, I think that's all kind of self-explanatory. I know Toxic Noah probably seems really high, but I think he's that fucking good. Mm-hmm. And I think that he can just win. Nobody's talking shit yet, so I guess we're doing okay. So the next is A-.
This is where it's gonna get hairier?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna be real, and this is I'm going to be real. I think Spice is way too low.
This is your own list.
It is. Bro, I was
have moved him.
Okay, but so here's the thing I struggled with. Every time I moved Spice forward, I had to ask. Can't argue with him. So listen, this was fucking tough for me. Every time I tried to move Spice above someone, like if I'm like, oh, Spice above Murph, I'm like, no, Murph's a better player. But Spice gets fucking results. Like, and every time he shows up, it'd be hunting time after today. Every time he shows up, he plays well. I'll start from the top. Demi's really fucking good. I think that's not that difficult. I think he's really good. I think Jacrispy right behind him. When Jacrispy goes out of regional, he plays really fucking well. Just cheeses everyone. Spice just cheeses everyone, but it's a fucking W on the board. I really think Spice should be higher, but every time I try to put like Spice above Caspian, I'm like, well, no, I can't do that. I thought Murph played Rob. Yeah, Murph has given up the Rob for what's his face, for fucking Joker now. So Lum, Caspian, obviously they're very good. I had to put Chewy. I took Chewy and Awesome Eevee as a pair. Wherever I moved them in the tier list, I lumped them together because Chewy Face and Awesome Eevee are the ones that, like, if you don't know how to play against them, you are gonna struggle. I imagine Murph's gonna be upset about being behind them, but my justification is Murph throws way too fucking much in bracket for me to put him higher. I think
that's fair.
I think Murph is a skilled fucking player and beats me. Can like we go back and forth, but there's so many times in which he's like, all right, I'll just play Snake, or all right, I'll just play this, and like that has to be at the factor in for some reason with the chart. Yeah. I don't get it. I have no skill can choose people in the scene. Yeah. So this is my list. I really think Spice should be high.
I don't think you were supposed to agree with Spice saying that. I think that was like, you're supposed to be like, no, like, you have skill.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you were just like, yeah.
No, Spice. I think Spice is good at the game. I think Spice is getting better, and I think the cheese is working. I just think he should be higher. But I just can't put him. He is where he is. But I think Spice should be higher. But I didn't. So that's my A-.
Okay.
Okay, keep it going. You got any?
I was just thinking, like, this is really useful info for Asita since he's moving here. Because we're just laying down, like, everyone in the scene that goes to weeklies consistently.
Hell yeah, this is the thing. This is the objective list.
Okay.
It's also been helpful for me because, like, when I lose to someone, I'll look at where they were on the tier list, and I'm like, oh, 7 kicked the shit out of me. Well, he's S tier. Why am I bitching about that? Like, I haven't lost to anybody lower than me in a while. So, let's do it. That's it. Spice is number 1 in our hearts. All right, let's keep it going. So this is the B tier. I don't know much about Prometheus, but when he fought me, he was good. And then I've checked, and he's won locals. They've been like 11-man locals and stuff, but he seems pretty good. So Nut, I've only fought Nut once, and Nut seemed really good. And anytime I hear anybody talk about Nut, it's super high. So these two are kind of interchangeable. But I just had Prometheus first. Me, B tier. I actually for a while had Oxen in front of me because he like beat Zefty. But I just think overall in like skill level, I think I clutch it. So I put me before Oxen, and then I put Rain. I think those are good. I think once Rain finds who he's landing on, I think he's gonna start getting a lot higher. But I think as of now, I think that's B. I think it was pretty non-controversial. I made the list, so I put me ahead. No, I had, it's so funny, up until Monday, my performance Monday, I had Oxen before me because he like played deep. Oxane, my bad. He had like beaten Zefty. He like did really good at that regional, and then I fucking went to Edge Guardians and just pissed my pants and sucked. So I had Oxen in front of me, and then I played well Monday, and I thought about it. I was like, no, I'm really fucking good. So yeah, B. But I didn't put myself in the very beginning because I don't agree. All right, keep going.
So Nut, yeah. So
it's gonna make some people mad. I don't give a fuck.
The reason Nut hasn't been here is because he lives in Cape in southeast Missouri, but he only goes here for college. So as far as I know, he will be back in like probably a few weeks.
Who is this gonna make mad? I don't see I legitimately don't see too controversial of opinion yet.
All right,
we'll get to it, but okay, I think it's fine.
We're moving down.
I'm happy we get in these lists. I legitimately think this is fine, and I took a lot of time. Horchata.
Oh, Miles was right.
Oh, is that gonna be bad? Okay. Well, listen. Horchata, I think, is super fucking good. In the redemption brackets, he's getting second. He hasn't beaten me, but he's gotten close. He's beaten Oxane, who, if I'm not there, Oxane wins. So I think Horchata's good. He took Prometheus to like game 3. Mm-hmm. I think he's really fucking good, and he likes DDD, and he's sticking with DDD. So I think that's fine. I don't know that much about Merrick, but I fought him once, and this is where he landed. So this is, yeah. B minus. I don't know him that well, but I feel like that. I didn't know if he could consistently beat anybody above him. So there he is. I feel like that might be a problem, but here we go.
He'll have something to say about some of these B tiers. Anyway. Yeah,
that's fine.
Oh, a little sneak peek.
Yeah, you can keep going. Yeah. So this is C. I think this is fine. Dud the Bomb. Dud's good. Dud's got really, really good days, and when he's really on, he's really on. Ash, I think now that he's found Sora, he will be doing a lot better. Fun fact, the homeschool Dud switched to Ridley, yeah. And for some reason hasn't been asking Seven every day for advice. Who's to tell you why? Fun fact about the homeschool hero, he's never finished a set with me. I think we played 3 times, and every single time he rage quits.
I keep in mind, you can probably say whatever you want about the homeschool hero, because I don't think he's got the internet.
Okay, great. That's funny as fuck. Yeah, he never, the first time we played, I like took game 1 from him, and he like ripped out his controller, and it's like, all right, I'm done. And I was like, okay. And then the second time we played, I think I took the first 2 stocks. And he was like, all right, I'm done. And he fucking wrapped up and left. So I don't know what his fucking deal is. He's playing Lucas and I'm playing Pitt. Who's the one who's really fucking in pain here. But anyway, yeah, so that's why he's there, because if you don't finish the set, you're not fucking playing the game. He doesn't have internet. And then Dawes, I think Dawes is really good. He's young, but I think he's really good, and he could be interchangeable with THH. But I fear more fighting THH than I do Dawes. Mm-hmm. And then I got one more tier after that.
Yeah, that's him, Isaiah.
Yeah, the Jesus guy. And then Sneeze. Sneeze is dope. So I got them as Kazi. Yeah, they're dope. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, looking at all of this, fuck y'all. I think this is fucking fine. I'm not mad at any of my picks. I stand by everything I've said. Yeah, that's it. I stand by this.
This is better than I assumed, I guess. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be bad or anything, but this is pretty decent.
Bet. Where's the F tier? I appreciate your fit. Yeah, Zefty, I'm a big Zefty fan. I think you're really great.
Yeah. Okay, should we just jump into mine?
Let's jump in. I'm pumped.
Okay.
This is so exciting. I fucking love this. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Yeah. Only
Zay.
There was only a certain amount of people on the list, so I just picked the people that were on the list. Like, not everybody, not all players were on the little, like, tier list.
All right.
SS tier.
Oh,
my tag's IDK.
Oh, it's IDK.
Oh, you weren't on the list. That's the only reason why you weren't in there.
Yeah. All right, so I just want to say mine is pretty ordered.
Yeah?
So, starting
so fuck
off...
you, MD. It's what he's trying to say.
No, listen, I'm just saying... I have both of them in their own tier.
Okay.
But...
Yeah?
So, for an example, MD went Luigi and King DDD against me and lost. But I feel like if Spencer went those characters, I would have lost.
Okay. I vibe.
But that's just the overall vibe. But you gotta think, like...
Indecisive went pit against you in front of me and won. And it hurt, but he did do that. So, yeah, like, he seems like he's...
So, like, outside... We'll think on a macro scale first, though. So, MD has better peaks. Yeah. Beating, like, ZD, and Scar, etc. Indecisive... out of region, like, in terms of, like, big tournaments, doesn't have as many results. Like, he's beat, like, Valor, the Sonic player. He's, like, top 3 in Utah, I think. He's beat like, Sin. Valor's good. I don't know if you know who that was. Mm-hmm. But anyway, beat some pretty decent players at Rise and Grind. But Indecisive also hasn't been to a lot of tournaments that big.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if Indecisive was at Glitch, you know, maybe he could have got a good upset or two. We don't know for sure. So there is that aspect, which is against Indecisive, because, you know, MD has those wins.
Yeah.
But I feel like lately, especially, like, I don't know, Indecisive is just almost always very consistent regionally, whereas MD has sometimes flopped at regionals. Or just not done, like, quite as good as expected, like, relative to them being, like, to some of their results.
Yeah.
So, I think overall, Indecisive is a little better. That being said, I think MD definitely does very well against Indecisive. So, like, if they play in a set, I think it goes to MD. But in the large scale... I think Indecisive could consistently put up better results. I mean, Indecisive goes to, like, the tournaments he does go to, he's pretty much always winning or losing to, like, Justin or Toffee, number 1 in KC, plays his worst matchup to, or he'll lose to, like, Colorado, like, the best Inkling main NA who plays against the best Snake, like, every week. Stuff like that. So, Indecisive rarely gets upset in ways that matter. There have been a few times, but the fact that I remember them and could just list all of them is you know.
It's so funny. Like, if we were budgeting time for a tier list, like, you've budgeted 15 minutes for this SS tier, and then 5 minutes for everybody else. He really wants y'all to understand that he's thought very, very fucking heavily about. Yeah, I mean, it's two really good people.
Right.
That all tracks for me.
And I mean, Indecisive does beat Zefty at locals sometimes.
Yeah.
So moving on, we'll go to the S tier. Which, you know, pretty standard. I was above Budabam last season.
Yeah.
Because I beat him 3 times. I think I was 3-0 on Budabam.
What makes you have Budabam so higher than...
Well, Budabam normally does a little better than me at regionals and has better results at big tournaments. And has beat me twice this season, both times we played. So, you know, that's pretty valid.
Okay.
If I was more consistent at regionals, I would maybe still be fine putting myself higher, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Then Zefty's interesting because does really good at regionals as of lately. Like, in the past, Zefty did fine at regionals, but lately Zefty's been doing, like, really good. That being said, I do think a decent amount is a lot of these people just have no idea what to do against the Phantom or Zelda in general.
But, like, that's a win.
No, it is a win. But, I'm better. So.
There it is. There it is. Win clear 7. That's funny.
Yeah. So, moving on. Like, I'm not saying, like, Zefty...
is like washed.
Not saying Zefty's only winning because matchup inexperience. Because I mean,
but it helps.
Someone like Skittles has obviously played good Zeldas, going to like regionals and majors.
Teasing us.
But yeah, I'll move on.
It's edging.
So S minus.
Okay. S minus, really? Okay.
Yeah. So I think these people,
I kicked the mic. My bad.
If they consistently play, will always be in the top 10 if they play in the season.
Yeah.
As of right now, like, if we did 5 seasons in a vacuum, like, these people would always be on the top 10, in my opinion. Now, Seba
This is super similar to mine. Yeah.
Seba is a little bit on the edge because he hasn't been playing, but I think, like, if in this hypothetical, if Seba was playing the whole time, I think Seba would be at least number 10. I wasn't counting it, but at least an HM as well.
I 100% agree.
I mean, this season Saba's done pretty good already.
And he pulled out the fucking Palu. I agree Foxy that low. Foxy was my first. I think Foxy should be higher, for sure.
So Foxy that low, kind of crazy.
Yeah, also feel free to call out the shit that you think is wrong.
I think it's just true lately. Like,
what was his placement in the last regional he did? I think he got like 17th or 13th. I think he outplaced his seed.
Maybe, but it was below me, Zefty, Indecisive.
Keep talking.
Kakenstein wasn't there. It was at the zoo. But Kakenstein, you know, lately I might swap Foxy and Kakenstein.
Yeah.
But Kakenstein actually does pretty good against Foxy, specifically. Like, that matchup doesn't actually seem that bad for Bowser Jr.
Yeah.
Meaning it's probably, like, even. Maybe. But, and then I think Negative does really good against the people above him compared to the other people. So, I don't know. I think Foxy lately is just fallen off slightly, and I mean, it's a dude with a job and stuff, so like, I'm not even this isn't from a point of hating.
Okay.
It's from a point of, I just think he's not been doing as well recently, but there is still a big gap between him and Seba, in my opinion.
I agree.
So, moving one down.
Here we go.
So, JaCrispy, I will say this is a little personally biased because
Same.
I don't like playing against Fox that much. It's hard to combo him and stuff.
Same.
And I'm just not that good at the matchup, but I think Jacrispy is also just pretty good. I mean, his Marth is good enough to farm, like, a lot of, like, people below him. There's people in this tier where their secondaries would get 3-0'd by Homeschool Hero.
Yeah.
But Jacrispy can play, like, 2 other characters pretty competently. And he does pretty good. Like, at regionals, like, he doesn't do amazing, but, like, as long as the matchup isn't Ploopy, who he always finds the Game & Watch players. I don't know how. But he does pretty good. Toxic Noah just be beating pretty much everyone below him.
Yeah.
With Ganon or Byleth. So there's not that much to say about Toxic Noah.
Yeah.
But he is very consistent, and I think a lot of that is because he plays consistent characters that are pretty fundamental based. So it's like he's either gonna beat you with Byleth's kit or like not, you know, he's not going to cheese a better win that often, but he's also not going to just like drop a confirm and lose to someone.
For sure. I will say, like, he will kill you at like 0%. Like, he does have cheese, but it's like Byleth cheese. that shit was funny. You're throwing a lot of shade at this homeschool hero fella.
I told you he don't got the internet.
He ain't got the internet, so you ain't never gonna hear about him.
Country accent.
Yeah, why the fuck am I doing this country ass accent?
You'll get it, Asita. When you move here, you'll get it.
Yeah.
But moving on, Kyrie.
You skipped
also,
Lum, but okay.
I forgot Lum.
Lum
Is kind of like Toxic Noah, but he gets upset more.
Yeah.
And it could be just because he doesn't play in Springfield as much. Like, between Lum and Toxic Noah and Jacrispy, Lum is just the most likely to get upset.
Yeah.
And the least likely to beat someone higher, in my opinion. So that's why Lum goes there. But Kyrie is also just pretty consistent.
Yeah.
With, like, I mean, you're either a player that it's kind of like Judah actually, and Chewy Face to an extent, but not as much. But like, especially Kyrie and Judah, you either just beat these people almost every time, or you always lose to them.
Yeah.
There's not that much overlap. Like, Kyrie consistently beats who she beats most of the time. Then same with Judah. Like, if he's gonna beat you, you lose. If you know how to play against him, you normally win.
Yep.
And Chewy Face, like I said, a little bit similar, but he doesn't play necessarily the same way they do. I think Chewy is more likely to get upsets. This season, like, maybe I would place Chewy Face actually higher than them, but I'm not fully comfortable doing it yet.
Agreed.
So, yeah, that's the A tier. We'll move to A minus. So these people are kind of like above, but just less consistent is the main issue.
Dry above Payday, huh?
Yeah, I think Dry is better than Payday. Dry does better against better players, in my opinion. Right. But really, these are all people who should be an A, except they get upset too often, or they just do bad sometimes.
Yeah. I get that.
So, like, you can see that pretty consistently. Like, I think Dry will be more consistent in the future because they just started playing again. Yeah. Like, there's a big break. But I believe Dry will be in the A tier if they aren't already.
Yeah.
Payday, I mean, we all know Payday has a very particular bracket demon. But even outside of that...
Who is it? I haven't heard of this person.
Well,
somebody get to his Twitter. Somebody check his Twitter. What are we talking about?
It's Awesome EV. But,
no fucking shit. It's Awesome EV.
But Payday, besides Awesome EV, Payday also is just not that consistent, and doesn't do quite as good against the people above him as Dry does. Caspian is goated, but also just loses to people randomly. Like, they just said in chat.
Yeah, I beat Caspian.
They lost to Rain like a week ago, which Rain is not in...
Not bad.
No, definitely not bad, but also not in the A- tier or above. So
Caspian lost to me as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not in the A- tier either.
Yeah. So, you know, this is kind of... Look at this as the middle of the tier list in a way, because... all of you have so many outliers on the top and the bottom that like you just average in the middle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Murph in front of Nut, I think I'm like annoyed. I love Murph to death. I like the throwing aspect of Murph for me puts him down a tier for things. But I guess that's like to each his own. I think that's fine.
Yeah, so Murph, I mean, even when Murph plays Rob, he's really not that consistent.
Okay.
But it does help. Like, pretend Murph only played Rob. I would maybe put him at like the top, like under Dry. If he only played Rob.
I agree.
Right now. But yeah.
I agree.
Moving on. We'll move down one tier.
As we have been doing.
Yep. So we have.
Oh, that's not bad.
So we have Demi, who is honestly almost an A-, but just still a little bit too easy to beat. You know what I mean? Critiqua. So I was ranking Critiqua without Steve, and I mean, I think this is where Critiqua is without Steve. I'm just being honest.
Wait, holy shit! Where did you put Spice?
Critiqua's Palu is like pretty good. Honestly, pretty good. Critiqua's Sonic is a little ass, but you know, it happens. But yeah, no, honestly, this is a pretty good placement considering Critiqua doesn't really try with other characters as hard most of the time. Gulped, just pretty good. Kind of easy to beat sometimes.
Yeah.
Just because honestly, I feel like this tier is the too many mistakes tier.
Yeah, that's a really good one. That's a really
like
good one.
I feel like almost everyone in this tier would be an A- or an A if they just made less random mistakes in decision making.
That's side B, boy.
Yeah, you got the side B.
I'm done with it, though.
I won't say anything else, you know.
Yeah, don't give away all my fucking tips.
I'll DM you Oxane.
Yeah, so you can jump a tier.
Awesome Eevee is the flowchart god, except sometimes he just stops playing good and does like a missile and you just jump over it and kill him.
Yeah.
Or he'll just like
SDs.
Yeah, exactly. Gulped SDs, awesome Eevee SDs a lot too, honestly. USD a decent amount.
With Pit? Do I?
Like buffering side B and stuff.
That has happened.
It happens too much.
It's happened twice, and twice is way too fucking much.
Demi doesn't SD, and Demi actually has really good like a technical gameplay.
Have you seen his Joker?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not his Joker. His Cloud.
Not as much.
Yeah, because I've been fighting his Cloud. His Cloud's good.
And then. Yeah,
7 does do that, but let's keep moving.
You
make it up with killing.
I SD, but honestly, I haven't been SDing that much lately.
I mean,
it's a lot better than it used to be.
Oh no, you didn't get SD. You get killed a bunch.
So yeah, and then
what the fuck am I looking at? What the hell am I looking at here?
You just listen on Spotify or YouTube. Whoopsie.
Where the fuck did you put
Moving
Spice?
down a tier.
Where the fuck did you put Spice?
This is the C tier.
Where the fuck did you put Spice? You fucking piece of shit.
So the C tier is like you're making too many mistakes, but you're also just not playing to your character's strengths well enough. You're just kind of playing.
Okay.
So like
So
I feel like Rain is the best example. This is an issue probably because he plays so many characters.
Yeah.
But he makes too many mistakes, but also just doesn't play every character to their strength very well.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because he's divided up. But then like Dud, just not like you got to be killing people at 50 with Ridley like once a game, like genuinely like 50 to 70%. You got to get at least like one stock with Ridley. Like that's one of his biggest things is that his moves are really good, and I feel like Dud is used to playing like Mithra, where like he can't even kill and he's just hitting them off stage. Yeah. But with Ridley, like you got to be looking for the kill all the time. Maybe it's this is from the point of view of a cheeser and a masher, but that's my opinion.
Oh, I think that's fucking criminal.
Then I have the GOAT, homeschool hero.
Shout out to our boy.
It's like, I think he's more of a flowcharter than Awesome Eevee. I think he's the biggest flowchart in Springfield.
Yeah.
But Lucas isn't as good at it, and he's also not as good at it as Awesome Eevee, so he's in the tier below.
Yeah.
Thane, I don't really know what to say. He just plays Bowser, and he uses moves, but they're not good enough. Horchata.
I think that's criminal. I think he gets second. He like beats Oxane.
Well, he lately,
took Prometheus to game 3.
I'm sorry, but he plays King Dedede.
Fuck that. When we do our tier list, he's way.
He needs to play Falco.
No, fuck that.
But either way, he's not above. He's not in the tier above. He's not as good as Oxane.
I'm not saying it is. I
don't think he's as good as Rain.
Less arguing, more getting through 7, so we can go to the
so we can go to the compare. But we're gonna fight over that.
Okay. Moving down a tier.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
This is so funny. This is so great.
So moving down a tier. This is the D tier, and I feel like the biggest issues. I could honestly see Dawes. Why are you guys laughing?
There's nothing funny, dude. Do the thing. You got it, man.
I honestly think Dawes could be in C tier.
I agree.
But regardless, the issue is these players, I feel like, don't grasp the concept of neutral and getting hit and not getting hit well enough. Yeah. Like, when I play against these players, I can do whatever I want.
That is true.
And that's just how I feel. And there's a lot of things that could lead to that, but that's the gist of it, you know? Like, when I play against... if we move up a tier, when I play against Duds Ridley, like... I can't do whatever I want. Correct. I have to respect his options and stuff still, but I don't feel that as much when I play against these players.
I agree.
We're actually going to move up in a way. So I have a special tier down here, and so you guys might be guessing who it's for, but it's actually for Merrick. This is the St. Louis 2-and-2er tier list. Or ranking. So Merrick, you know, he used to be winning stuff like
bruh.
I actually think he might have been in winners finals of the local today in St. Louis. And it wasn't like a stacked one or anything, but that's pretty good. And that tells me as a 2-and-2er, you know, the list might be upside down because low key they could run other regions if they showed up.
Shit.
This isn't, I want to be clear, this isn't saying Merrick is the worst player on the list, especially with what I have yet to reveal, but Merrick is like, I just put this here, you know, as a tier, you know, this isn't, Merrick is not worse than everyone on the list, okay? And then I think that's actually everyone. I can't. Yeah. Honestly, I probably. If I had to change one thing, I would probably move Horchata up a bit in C tier.
I agree.
But.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Spice is in the K tier, but honestly, I should have put pre-K, but K works too.
Pre-K would have been good. Pre-K would have been good. Pre-K would have been good. In the streets, boy. This is...
I'm gonna get... Spice is...
He's gonna kamikaze.
I'm gonna get snuck at the local, bro.
Yeah,
like...
truly. K for killer. This is good. I think we could... just use yours
as a base
and adjust because there's just some that I want to.
Sounds good, and I have it saved on. We can easily access that.
Yeah.
If I had, well, I'll save that for later.
Seven, that was so funny. Jesus Christ, thank you so much. That's so funny. That was so funny. Oh my god. Content god. That shit's so funny. Just like as it going down, being like, yo, where's Spice? Can you change my character? I don't know how to change it, but you're staying Mega Man, homie.
I can't change it.
Nah, dude, you're Mega Man.
So yeah, what do you think here? I can legitimately put Merrick on it too if you need me to.
I don't really care about. Well, sorry, I don't know him, so I don't care. But if you want to change it, we can. I opt for Foxy to go above Dr. Kagenstein for sure. And I like Dr. Kagenstein. I think he's very good.
And I can concede that.
Yeah, but
I actually agree with that point.
Yeah, I think Foxy should be higher.
Oh. Do I need to hit like an edit button? Oh, remix this list maybe.
Yeah.
There we go.
I thought it was gonna just shake it all up. There's actually no way you put negative above me. I don't.
Negative beats you, first of all.
I don't know negative, but
you can hold that.
I also think that JaCrispy could go in S- at the very end, and then have Toxic Noah be the main. Because I agree, but I think if I'm lumping in like JaCrispy, Toxic Noah, Lum, and I'm thinking about them three, I would always bet on JaCrispy more, which is why I think that. But I'm also fine with JaCrispy just being the first.
You think JaCrispy should be S-?
Yeah.
I can't concede that.
Because I think there's
a gap in skill here. Right. I could maybe see Seba moving here.
Oh, no. I'd rather keep Seba at S-. All right, bet. This is fine. I think JaCrispy, Toxic, Lum, Kyrie, BPM, Chewy. Is Chewy face like high? I feel like
no. Chewy face got third at the local yesterday, only losing to me.
All right.
Beating Zefty, Buddha Fox.
Oh, so this
Dr.
is where
Kagenstein.
So this is where it gets interesting because now people are Toxic's the best who you just named. Okay, no, it's better than Crispy. No, he's not. Okay, great. So everybody's fighting. This is good.
JaCrispy is the best between JaCrispy, Noah, and Lum. I'm sorry.
I agree.
I'm sorry.
I agree.
It's close.
It's close. It's super close, but I 100% agree. All right, Demi's just mad. Okay. I think Dry, Payday, Caspian.
Is Demi in the chat?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, not Demi. Dry.
Oh.
Dry, Payday, Caspian.
Dry, you haven't beat Chewy Face. You're like 0-4 on Chewy this season, so I'm gonna need you to pipe down.
He just beat Awesome Evie yesterday. Dry, Payday, Caspian. I think that's good. We don't have to. I think Nut and Murph switch.
Nut and Murph?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that just because I know Murph will take it personally.
Yeah, that's all. I'm also hoping that he'll take it personally and then like pick a character and stick with it. Yeah, it's true. I'm not talking about myself though. Okay, Demi critique with Gulped. So I don't know these three, but I know Demi's great. I trust you in Critiquer and Gulped and Awesome Evie.
Yeah. I actually, to interject, if I had to rank Merrick and Springfield, I'd put Merrick here.
Okay.
I think Critique was secondaries are a little, I say secondaries, but Steve is just banned. So Critique was new mains are slightly better than Merrick, IMO.
And it seems that the chat is saying that, yeah, Nuts.
Your
like,
chat isn't low enough because it's hidden.
Yeah.
They say that everybody seems like the consensus that Nut is the one. So great. Awesome Evie, Prometheus, me, Oxane. Yeah, I think that's fine. Give us 1 second.
There we go.
Nut is beating me. Okay. Oh wow, Nut is beating. Yeah. Okay. So should Nut be? No, Nut can't go past Caspian.
No.
No.
Nut is where Nut is.
Yeah. Yeah. Demi critique with Merrick, Gulped, Awesome Evie, Prometheus.
Nut has a Spencer win, but that matchup's not that bad for Lucas. Like it's like an even matchup, and Nut is good enough that
Yeah, Oxane, we're stuck together until one of us gets better. We're stuck next to each other.
I could see Nut. My issue is that Nut isn't better than Caspian, Payday, or Dry. So even if Nut is beating like Spencer, like you know.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think this is perfect. Demi Critique, Romare, Gulp, Awesome Eevee, Prometheus, Chaos Light, Oxane. Yeah, I think that's fine. Thelma and Louise, bro, that's funny. Yeah, I think this is fine.
Payday says I have a real argument above Lum on this list, but I think that's wrong.
He thinks, what does he think about Lum? He thinks Lum goes where?
Well, no, he thinks he has an argument to be above Lum.
I disagree.
Dry been farming you. Chewy Face goes even with you. Judah be farming you. Kyrie goes even with you, but you haven't played that much.
And I think Payday's a very fucking good player. I think Payday's very fucking good.
Payday is a very solid second and A- player.
Yeah.
That sounded more rude than I intended.
Yeah, no. I think Chewy is too low. I agree, but I can't see myself putting him above BPM or Kyrie.
Maybe or Judah. Maybe BPM.
Maybe. We can switch that. Yeah, we can switch that.
And also, Payday, some of these players down here, like the Homeschool Hero and Awesome Eevee, be having one too many wins on you. I'm sorry. It's close, but I just didn't want that to, you know.
We'll do one of these every ranking season, like the beginning and the ending. C tier, I think Horchata, I'm gonna say it. I think Horchata's after Rain. I say fuck all the noise.
I actually agree with you.
Yeah, I think he goes,
Well, and I made the list, like, about, like, 3 weeklies ago, and since then, he's has been, done way
like,
better.
really, Horchata above Rain.
Nah. Rain has the Caspian win. Horchata has a win nowhere close to that.
That is true. Yeah, Caspian win's a good win.
Like out of these,
Coco Master just wasn't on there, but Coco Master would definitely be higher.
Oh, Coco Master would probably be A-, like around Nut or lower than Murph maybe. Well, I don't know. I might put him in actually like one lower than Demi. That's where I'd put Coco.
Rain, Horchata.
And you know, I'll legitimately put Spice where I personally believe he is.
I would love to see where you think he is.
And that's honestly here. Okay, I'm trolling. I had a real spot. Let me look. I would put Spice.
Yeah, this is why I put Horchata, because in Redemption, he literally only loses to Rain, me, or Oxane, and that's it. That's literally it. Oh, shit. I thought it was the cat.
If I'm being honest...
Homie. Okay.
Man, let me think about this, because I was thinking earlier...
Can I guess where I think you're going to put him?
Yeah.
I think you're going to put Spice right here.
Right after BPM?
No, right after Murph.
No.
Higher?
I'm feeling
No, goes 2 spaces over. Like, that's such a big fucking... Okay.
I'm feeling an A- right here. And,
I'm gonna put up Spice's head-to-head right now.
But as much as I hate to say it, I feel like Spice might be above my GOAT, Caspian.
He gets fucking wins. He's number 1 in his pool, like, consistently.
I think...
I'm such a Spice defender. I'm pulling up
and
his
then maybe even above Payday, but
come on, man.
This is as high as I'm going. Spice is not above Dry or anyone else on this
Payday's list. Gonna beat the fucking brakes off you. Payday's gonna throw
Has Payday played Spice?
I don't know. I'm checking out.
Look it up.
I'll check their head-to-head. Yeah, so he's 1-6 on Kakenstein, 2-4 on Zefty, 5-0 on Oxane, 4-1 on me, 4-1 on
BPM.
On BPM, 2-2 with your Crispy, 1-3 on Buddha Bam. And then he always loses the Chewy, always loses the Foxy.
What's his... Have him and Payday played.
Oh, let's check. Yeah, and he beat Payday both times.
So, Spice says, I beat everybody in that tier, though. I don't think...
Yeah, numbers hurt.
I think Caspian and Dry definitely, if you played more, would probably go even with you. I think Dry might honestly win a little more.
Yeah.
I think... But also, at the end of the day...
Grudge match Payday v Spice. Oh, that would actually be fucking lit. I'd even be willing to put some money down on that. And we do, like, at the end of Contender, we do, like a best of 5 or, like... first to 10 type shit.
See, Payday, you say I've beaten everyone in the tier above me, but that's not what it's all about. Like, Demi has beaten half the people in the tier above him, probably.
I put money on that. We'll talk. We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna figure out a spice payday set. Cause I'm gonna fucking see that.
One ask: is this like only this season? You're thinking too hard. This is just how good they are.
Demi is A-. Where is Demi? Where do we have him? Oh, I wouldn't be. I mean, yeah, Demi is A-. He's the top of B, which is essentially A-. Like,
bro, are y'all the Smash gods? Like, golly, it's not that.
It is. Yeah, like Demi. Yeah, Demi's fine.
Demi's not low.
Yeah,
Demi is good, but Demi's not the same level as Dry, Payday, Caspian, Nut, Murph, or Spice, IMO.
I agree with that. Yeah, Rain, Horchata, THA, Thane, Ash, Dawes, Sneeze. Yeah, Ash can stay there. Ash, Dawes, Sneeze. Yeah, I think this is objective. So
I would honestly.
That is exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, I would do this.
That's
I hadn't
exactly
played
what I was
Dawes
thinking.
in like months, and I played him again. He was my round 1 at neutral B.
Yeah, and he was every time I fight Dawes, which is wild. But every time I fight Dawes, I'm nervous. I've won every single set we've played, but every time I'm like,
oh, Dawes at the bottom of C makes more sense than him at the start of D.
I agree.
Like just on paper, like looking at.
I'm just thinking, Dawes got the fucking sauce. Yeah, I agree. I think this is great. So you want to go through it from the top? We've got SS, Indecisive, MD. Okay.
I gotta be clear to Spice. I'm not hating. This is like, if I had to put you on here legitimately, I would put you here for now.
And that is a really, really good ranking. I think that's really solid. That's higher than my list, I think.
You're in the same tier as the other HM players.
Yeah.
Like, Nut's been HM, Murph was PR, Caspian's been HM multiple times, Payday was HM, Dry's been on the PR.
Yeah.
So you're in a decent spot.
Yeah, Dry's been PR. Yeah, Dry's been PR, which is why he's first. I can feel my patience waning. Budabam, 7s FD, S tier, yeah. Negative, S-, Foxy, Dr. Cake and Son, Saba, yeah. JaCrispy, Toxic Noah alum, Kyrie, Chewy, Face BPM. I don't know if my bias is showing, but I really want him in S-. But I'll let it go if you say I should let it go.
You should let it go.
I bet.
As good as JaCrispy is, there's definitely, in my opinion, I think we should move Saba down 1 to here.
Okay.
Like, down 1.
Okay. Yeah, I vibe.
But there is a skill gap here.
Also, Payday and me, grudge match, I win easy. We're putting money down. We're making this happen. Stay fucking tuned. Yeah. A-, Dry, Spice, Payday, Caspian, Nut, Murph. No, yeah, thoughts?
I like it. Should we post this on the 7K Twitter?
Oh, straight up, absolutely, yeah. Demi Critiquer, yeah, I think this is great.
Let me save this for later here.
Just one Peyton, but you haven't beaten Spice. Yeah, that's true. I like this list because for me, like when I made the tier list, I'd like lose to someone and I get really frustrated, and then I look because our tier lists are not that too different. I would look at it and be like, oh well, I lost to somebody in S tier. What am I fucking bitching about?
Right.
And I think that can be helpful for other people as well that are on the come up to be like, oh man, I keep getting Zefty keeps kicking the shit out of me, and it's like, yeah, well you're in fucking C tier, so yeah, you're gonna keep losing, and that's okay.
Also, like, it's not like this is everyone in the scene. There's tons of people in C tier who aren't even on the list, and there's just no way to consistently keep a list like that. But like, IDK, I would probably put him somewhere high C tier, maybe under Dud the Bomb, like players like that aren't on the list. So it's not like you look at this and Oxane is like in the bottom like 10 players in Springfield.
Correct.
Because that's just not how the list works.
Correct.
The list is obviously biased towards the people who are better and go every week. So.
Agreed. And what's it called? Dr. Kakenstein. This is 7's list with a little bit of me adding, like, oh, I think this person should be this. I think this person should be this. But this is like mainly 7's list. But I also agree. I agree with Seven's list. I think this is super objective. And if it hurts, play bitter. That's what I'm gonna try to do. Makes so much wine so bad. Oh, 70. You got a response? Where's
Hickenstein could honestly be lower. Like he's been like I think Saba will be above him soon.
Hold on. Just so I'm clear, Dr. Kakenstein, are you complaining about being S- in a tier list?
He thinks he should be above negative.
Vouch, I've asked. Okay, great. Okay, I was about to say, yeah, Buddha Band. Yeah, when Chaos Light shield grabs. What?
The vouch wasn't about you.
Okay. When Chaos Light shield grabs neutral get up, it's Jover. Yeah, I'll get into this game eventually. Yeah, negative is not S tier. I don't know negative, but I 100% stand by you if you say he's good.
Look at the head-to-heads, bro.
Let's pull it up.
Look at here. I can do it on here.
Yeah,
so
we'll pull up
see.
negative.
We'll put negative in the spotty for a minute.
I love data.
Give this a. There we go. He used to play Bowser online, only online, but
I'm curious. Yeah.
I mean, let's.
Fucking. Well,
he won the last tournament he went to.
Out of 27?
Over Buddha Bam, Toxic Noah, and Zefty.
Okay, I'm done. Okay, now pull up Payday.
Wait, Kakenstein. How many? I want to know how many Springfield tournaments you've won compared to negative. Just let me know in the chat. Do we want to
go to? You want to go to Payday as well? Because Payday doesn't. I don't think Payday's happy.
Let me look at PG stats so we can see the head-to-heads easier.
Yeah, because I don't think Payday's happy with where he's at either.
We can look at Payday too.
Yeah, if you're unhappy with where you're at, comment in the chat and we'll pull up your head-to-head. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Is this a legacy tier list or does it have more recency? You're thinking too hard.
You are thinking too hard.
It's just how good you are.
Also, if he kills my reputation, Payday, you have to kill him in real life. That's the only way. This is the only way you can get your honor back.
I immediately 67% win rate on me out of 33 sets, 82% win rate on Zefty. So what's your head-to-head against those players?
Yes, that's negative. Okay, great. 13-1 on Crispy, 9-3 on Toxic Noah, 7-1 on Chewy Face. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, nah, yeah. That's
Look, all I'm saying.
No. If people have concerns, this is us getting to the bottom of concerns.
And
let's throw in Payday.
We can give Payday a little spotlight too.
Or bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, the tiers are ordered, Foxy Grandpa. I fought for you to be higher, Foxy Grandpa. You weren't there, but Seven had you a little lower.
We did move him higher.
Yeah, that's what I said. I fought for you to go higher, and so you're higher. That was me.
So beats Judah 1/4 of the time.
Okay.
Even with Chewy Face.
That's good.
1 win on Zefty.
That's good. Yo, who is Ash?
Even with your Crispy, who's in the same. Well, I don't actually think they're in the same tier. Are they? No. Even with your Crispy, never beat Foxy Grandpa.
They are ordered. It's ordered.
Loses to Awesome Evie, even with Murph. Loses to Kakenstein. Loses to Noah. I mean, overall, like, I stand by my position with this.
Where is he? A-.
Oh my
gosh.
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
He's here.
An A-. Yes.
They are pretty ordered. The tiers are pretty ordered.
The tiers are very ordered. I'm 100% fine with this. I don't see a single issue. Plus on Kyrie and Dry.
Plus on Kyrie. Okay, you played Kyrie.
What, like by one?
You're you go even with Kyrie.
The last time you guys fought was 4 months ago.
You go even with Kyrie. Okay, you go even with Merrick, and I think Need I say more?
Dr. Kakenstein, this is the last time I'm going to entertain this. What is your give me your 3 biggest issues with this list?
Even with Prometheus. Okay, you know what? We're over Peyton. I stand by where I have.
Peyton is fine. Dr. Kakenstein, have we only been doing the tier list so far today? No, we talked about the locals and stuff in the beginning. Thanks. Well, yeah, so this will be the ending. We'll just, like, answer any questions.
Yeah, this last segment.
Yeah, Dr. Kakenstein, give me 2 of the issues. Yes, this is ordered.
Bro, you gotta have the volume up if you're gonna argue with us, bro.
So, Dr. Kakenstein, what is your issue with this tier list? Is it your placement? Whose placement do you have an issue with? And then we will... And if anybody else has an issue, type in below and we'll look at head-to-heads and stuff. Yeah, it's ordered. Because I think this is super fine.
Mm-hmm. And some of the tiers are a little harder to order.
Because everybody's very good.
A and A- specifically are a little hard to order, but I stand by them.
Dimmy is really good, and I think once he comes back, because he's coming back Springfield, right?
Potentially after the internship. Dude, okay, Dimmy is good, but in tournament, he doesn't have good results.
Yeah,
it's just true.
And with him switching from his Joker to Cloud, there's going to be a dip temporarily.
Your comments are hidden again. They're not most recent.
Top beer, bottom, I think he's A tier because he could, This is the people in B. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so Dr. Kakenstein, what's the problem? Do you not like your placement of S minus or because outside of that, I think there's negative is not S tier, Crispy is not above Noah, BPM is too high, Caspian is too low, Dry is too. So let's go in eat it. Let's go in order. Negative is top S. So
negative could be in actual S, I think.
Yeah.
If he was still consistently coming.
Yeah. So negative is great. Crispy is not above Noah. I mean that's
a reasonable argument, but they're also one spot away, so you can deal with it.
Yeah. BPM too high. No.
BPM consistently beats almost everyone in the tiers below him, except Caspian and Spice.
And then when he goes to regionals, he typically...
And Dry, but we need to see that play out, because Dry's not been back as long.
Caspian too low and Dry too low. Dry's at the top of A-. I think that's fine, because he's heading it. And Caspian... I think A- is just a really good tier of a bunch of really good people.
A- is just people in A who randomly lose to people below them.
Yeah. Yeah, so the concerns heard, but I just don't agree with any of them.
I agree. Acknowledged and ignored.
Yeah.
But I appreciate your input.
Yeah, I think this is really good. And I like this because I'm going to keep this on my wall, and then I'll start marking off every person I beat. So I can mark off... Who can I mark off? I can mark off Caspian. I think that's it. I haven't beaten a lot of people yet. Oh yeah, I think this is good. I ain't got no problems. Living like an anime protagonist for real, no, for sure.
All right.
These are the people that I have to work hard to beat.
So let's wrap up.
Yeah.
That was a successful episode.
Immediate pat on the back. I think we fucking killed this.
Yeah.
I think it was a solid list.
Dud, if you win Contagion tomorrow, I'll move you up a tier.
Absolutely. And I think this is goes without saying, we're all rooting for everybody in the fucking tiers. Everybody... Well... There's one player that we're not rooting for.
No, I'm trolling.
But no, everybody plays really, really well. And we're wanting everybody to continue to play well. But for me, I like this because I think this gives a very... pretty damn close objective of where everybody sits. And I like it. I like it a lot. And then I definitely want to do a Payday Spice Grudge match easily. I'll put money down on it for sure. So we'll go and we'll talk and figure out that. And I think we'll put a post. If you want to fight somebody, we'll either DM me or Seven or comment on one of our things, and we'll start setting up these matches, because I think that would be super, super fun to have grudge matches against certain players.
That would be pretty fun.
Yeah, so B is the improvement tier. No, for sure.
Yeah. And I just want to say, I do need to acknowledge Payday And if this was an oiled up twerk off tier list, you'd be S tier.
Easily fucking
You'd be
clears.
right after me. Like
easily
top 2.
fucking clears.
And then,
absolutely.
Yeah, all tier. Yeah, this exactly like Khaos Light said, where the list wasn't made to hate on anyone.
Absolutely
by any
not.
means.
Absolutely not.
You know, it's just at the end of the day, we want everyone in Springfield to get better.
Oh yeah.
And then ideally, the list would be the exact same, but we're all just better. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So.
Facts. Straight up facts. I had a lot of fucking fun with this.
Mm-hmm.
This was a lot of fun. Yeah. Do you have anything else?
No, I think I think I'm good. I think I've said my piece.
Yeah, I think I have said my piece as well. We also have merch that we're thinking about, so we'll probably drop that soon eventually and get people's thoughts on that. 7 is mango. That's a diss. I want you to take it as a diss.
No, it's a compliment.
It's a diss.
Mango used to be my favorite player.
Oh, I'm
all Smash.
I'm a huge non-mango fan.
I mean, nowadays he's like, it's a little iffy.
Yeah.
But I still like him.
Buddha Bam, it is not surprising that somebody like you will like mango, in fence intended. Balls out and everything.
Okay, thanks everyone for tuning in.
Yeah, we're getting.
This has been 7.
This has been K.
and shout out to Campaign and Oxane for the Prime sub.
Hell yeah, both of y'all.
And Cam saying fix the camera angle. There's no need to. It's good.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really good.
It's really good. Peace. Make sure to cut my mic.